As we celebrate Sapphire Month, there's no better time to explore the breathtaking sapphire jewelry that graced Queen Elizabeth II's collection. Sapphires have long been a favorite of the royal family, cherished not only for their beauty, but also for their deep symbolic meaning. Historically, sapphires were believed to protect against evil spirits and symbolize truth, wealth, romance, and faithfulness, all qualities deeply intertwined with the royal legacy. From the set gifted on her wedding day, filled with love and sentiment, to the modern and mysterious pieces added later in her life, each jewel in the Queen's collection carries a unique tale. In today's video, we'll uncover the history, transformations, and the enduring legacy of these stunning sapphire sets. Before we begin, please support my channel by clicking on the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you. Queen Elizabeth II's jewelry collection is filled with magnificent gifts, many of which were given to her by those closest to her. Among all these treasures, the sapphire set gifted to her by her father, King George VI, holds a particularly special place. These sapphires are not only stunning, but are also imbued with deep familial love and sentimentality. The sapphire set was given to Elizabeth as a wedding present in November 1947 when she married Prince Philip. King George VI, known for his deep affection for his daughter, chose this set to express his love and support on such a momentous occasion. The exact origins of these jewels remain somewhat mysterious, but they are known to have been crafted in the mid-19th century during the reign of Queen Victoria. The set originally included a necklace and matching earrings, both adorned with sapphires and diamonds. Elizabeth began wearing the sapphire necklace almost immediately after her wedding, quickly making it one of her favorite pieces. She often wore it to official events, pairing it with other treasured gifts. However, the earrings required some patience. Not only did the Queen need to pierce her ears in 1951, but her ears also needed time to adjust to wearing such substantial and heavy pieces from the 19th century. While the earrings added a touch of luxury and completeness to the set, they were not easy to wear due to their weight and size. Soon after becoming queen, Elizabeth decided to make a slight modification to the necklace to suit her personal taste and the fashion of the time. She had the necklace shortened, allowing it to sit closer to her neck in the 1950s style that was then popular. This adjustment made the necklace even more elegant, perfectly complementing her regal attire at various state functions. As time went on, Elizabeth chose to enhance the necklace further by adding a sapphire and diamond pendant. In 1952, when Elizabeth shortened the necklace, she also removed the largest sapphire. 7 years later, she approached the royal jeweler, Gerard, to have it made into a pendant that could also be worn as a brooch. This pendant added an extra layer of sparkle and sophistication to the piece. In the 1960s, the Queen also added one more piece to the set, a diamond and sapphire bracelet made from the removed links of the necklace. Throughout her long reign, Queen Elizabeth II wore the sapphire parure on numerous significant occasions. One of the most memorable appearances was in 1961, when she wore the set to a state dinner at Buckingham Palace for President John F. Kennedy and First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy. In the early years of her reign, Elizabeth often paired the sapphire necklace and earrings with various tiaras from her collection, usually those set with diamonds or pearls. Among the diamond tiaras she favored were the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara and Queen Alexandra's Kokoshnik tiara, while the Vladimir tiara, often worn with its original pearl drops, was her go-to choice for a pearl-accented look. As Queen Elizabeth II's sapphire collection grew, she eventually realized that her set would be incomplete without a matching sapphire tiara. To do this, she acquired a 19th century sapphire necklace that had once belonged to Princess Louise of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, who was born Princess Louise of Belgium. The necklace had its own royal provenance, but also came with a bit of a backstory. Princess Louise, the eldest daughter of King Leopold II, was known for her extravagant spending. To cover her debts, her father had auctioned off the jewels she had inherited from her mother, Queen Henriette. It's unclear if this particular necklace was part of that auction, But what is certain is that the Princess Louise of Belgium's sapphire tiara was sold in the 1950s to Van Cleef and Arpels. The necklace appeared on sale in 1963, when it was acquired by Queen Elizabeth II. After acquiring the necklace, Elizabeth had it transformed into a tiara. The design cleverly retained elements of its previous life as a necklace. What were once articulated drops now stand upright, forming a regal and distinctive tiara. Unfortunately, the piece was not created to be easily converted back to a necklace, which limits its versatility, but it does make for a striking and unique addition to the Queen's collection. This piece has sparked plenty of discussion among jewelry enthusiasts. Like other pieces Elizabeth added to her collection, such as the Brazilian aquamarines and the Burmese ruby tiara, this tiara has its fans and its critics. Some find the transformation from necklace to tiara less than ideal, feeling that the design looks too much like an upside-down necklace. They argue that the angling of the upright sapphire elements, which once were pendants, is somewhat awkward. The side elements angle outward to follow the curvature of the tiara, but the central elements stand straight up, which can make the overall design feel a bit disjointed. Personally, I find the Belgian sapphire tiara quite appealing. While it might not be my top favorite, it's still a lovely piece that really highlights the beauty of the sapphires. Yes, it does have the appearance of a converted necklace, and that's noticeable, but the sapphires themselves are absolutely stunning, and they really enhance the overall set. There's something charming about how the tiara retains elements of its past life as a necklace, even if the design has a few quirks. However, I do find it a bit sad that this tiara can't be converted back into a necklace, given that it originally served as one. The idea of having a versatile piece that could switch between a tiara and a necklace is always appealing, and it's unfortunate that this particular transformation isn't reversible. But despite these limitations, the Belgian sapphire tiara remains a gorgeous and significant part of the Queen's collection, even if it's not universally loved. The newly crafted Belgian sapphire tiara made its debut in 1965, completing the harmonious and stunning sapphire parure. She wore the tiara frequently from the 1960s through the early 1990s, after which it seemed to retreat into the royal vaults. In the later years of her reign, the Queen brought the sapphires out for two particularly significant state banquets at Buckingham Palace in 2015 and 2016, showcasing the enduring elegance of the set. Her final public appearance in the sapphires came in 2019, when she wore them for an official portrait at Windsor Castle. Today, this remarkable sapphire set continues to play an important role in the royal family's jewelry collection. Queen Camilla, who has had the honor of wearing the set, chose the King George VI Sapphire Suite for the first state banquet of King Charles III's reign in November 2022. She has since worn the suite on several public occasions, including the diplomatic reception later that same year. Camilla has worn the necklace in different configurations, both with and without the pendant. It's also been noted that she has lengthened the necklace to better suit her style. Like Elizabeth in her early years, Camilla does not have pierced ears, so she paired the necklace with her own sapphire and diamond clip earrings, instead of the original earrings from the set. The King George VI Sapphire Suite is clearly becoming a favorite of the new Queen, and it's likely we'll see it at many more significant events in the future. Continuing with the theme of Queen Elizabeth II's exquisite sapphire collection, another special piece worth mentioning is the Sapphire and Diamond Bracelet, given to her by her father, King George VI, for her 18th birthday in 1944. The bracelet was designed by Cartier and features a series of square-cut sapphires, each separated by delicate diamond links and interspersed with elegant diamond loops. King George VI, known for his fondness for sapphires, clearly chose this gem with care, adding yet another beautiful sapphire to his daughter's growing collection. One of the most memorable appearances of this bracelet was in 1950, during the christening of Princess Anne. The Queen's choice to wear this particular bracelet on such a significant family occasion highlights its importance to her. Though not as flashy or grand as some of her other pieces, The bracelet's simple yet sophisticated design makes it a perfect example of the understated elegance. After talking about the sentimental sapphires gifted to Queen Elizabeth II by her father, there's another striking set that deserves attention: the Dubai Sapphire Suite. This set, with its own interesting backstory, has become a notable part of the Queen's collection, not just for its beauty, but for how it's been adapted and worn over the years. The suite was a gift to the Queen from Sheikh Rashid of Dubai during her state visit to the United Arab Emirates in 1979. Originally, it consisted of a necklace with diamond loops framing large oval sapphires, along with matching earrings and a ring. The first time Elizabeth wore the set was shortly after she received it, during a state banquet in Dubai, and it made quite an impression. The original earrings, however, were rather large and heavy, and it's possible that's why the Queen decided to alter them not long afterward. In typical fashion, Elizabeth had the necklace shortened to suit her style, and with the leftover sapphire loops, she had a second pair of more wearable earrings made. The original earrings and the sapphire from the ring were then reworked into a stunning bracelet, creating a more balanced and versatile suite. The Dubai Sapphire Suite didn't appear in public often, but when it did, it was always a highlight. One of the most notable occasions was in 2002, during the All the Queen's Horses event at the Royal Windsor Horse Show, celebrating the Queen's Golden Jubilee. In 2005, the Queen wore the full set again during a visit to Canada, pairing it with Queen Alexandra's Kokoshnik tiara for a government dinner in Edmonton. Around the same time, she also posed for an official portrait wearing the sapphires, a moment that helped secure the suite's place in royal history. Later that year, Elizabeth chose the Dubai Sapphire Suite for the annual diplomatic reception at Buckingham Palace, this time pairing it with the Belgian sapphire tiara instead of her usual choice, the George VI sapphires. It was a fresh combination that showed how versatile the suite could be. In 2021, we saw the sapphires on another royal family member when Queen Elizabeth loaned the earrings from the suite to Catherine, the Princess of Wales, for an NHS event at the Palace of Holyrood House in Edinburgh. The earrings added a touch of royal elegance to the occasion, and seeing them worn by the future Queen consort sparked interest in the rest of the set. It would be wonderful to see Catherine in the full Dubai Sapphire Suite at a future gala. Her style and elegance would make it a perfect match, and it would be a beautiful continuation of the suite's legacy in the royal family. Moving on from the Dubai Sapphire Suite, there's another intriguing sapphire set that Queen Elizabeth II began wearing around the turn of the millennium. This particular set stands out for its modern design, featuring a distinctive tassel necklace, trefoil-style earrings, and a sleek bracelet. While the exact origins of this set remain a mystery, many speculate that it might have been another gift from Middle Eastern royalty, possibly linked to a state visit. One of the earliest public appearances of this set was in April 2002, during a dinner celebrating the Queen's Golden Jubilee. The tassel necklace is especially eye-catching, with a central knot accented by a sapphire, from which hangs a tassel of diamond strands ending in sapphire pendants. The matching earrings and bracelet complete the ensemble, giving it a contemporary flair that's a bit different from the Queen's more traditional pieces. Although this set isn't among her most frequently worn, it has made appearances at several important events, including a state banquet for Saudi royalty, which could hint at its origins. Especially considering the Queen also owns a similar tassel necklace set with emeralds, which is believed to have been a gift from Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan of the United Arab Emirates. Though we may never know the full story behind the sapphires, they continue to add a touch of mystery and modernity to the royal collection. Queen Elizabeth II's collection of sapphires is truly remarkable, with each piece carrying its own history and significance. While we've explored some of the most significant sapphire sets today, it's important to mention that her sapphire brooches also hold a special place in her collection. I recently dedicated an entire video to these brooches, so if you haven't seen it yet, be sure to check it out. The link is in the description below. I'd love to know your thoughts. Which sapphire set from today's video is your favorite? Are there any other royal jewels or collections you'd like to learn more about on the channel? Your feedback is incredibly valuable, so please share your ideas in the comments. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time,